Not the Eagles. It's not the Cowboys. It's not the 49ers. It's not the Packers. There's only one team in the NFC that the Kansas City Chiefs would like to avoid, and that's the Detroit Lions. Last year, that Super Bowl of Lions Chiefs could have happened last year. It could have happened. It could have happened. It should have happened. Because if you look at it, the Lions had a complete roster and still got the complete roster to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Last year's Super Bowl, this Chiefs team had no wide receivers. Like literally no wide receivers. This year they got wide receivers. They do. But they're all out. Injured. So now it's like, what can you do? Like, who's going to step up for those guys? Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice. I mean, I can go on with the names that they got. Mecole Hardman, Travis Kelce. They just brought back Kareem Hunt. And I'm not going to take nothing away from Patrick Mahomes. He is the legit quarterback that everybody always likes to count on in big games. And they always say, don't bet against Mahomes. But when you're in the biggest game of the year, and the Lions get there with Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, top five wide receiver like Jameson Williams, and you have a hell of an offensive line, plus the defense is stacked with great secondary work. Now all you need is a pass rush. Now, believe me when I say this, if you had Max Crosby and Aiden Hutchinson in the biggest game of them all, the Chiefs are going to have no answer for that. Hell, I could even backtrack and say Myles Garrett for the fact. The Chiefs would not have no answer as an offensive line to work against Hutch or Crosby or Garrett, whoever we pick up to help us out at pass rush. They would have no answer in the biggest game, because if you do get Hutch or Crosby and you line them up opposite of Hutch, the Chiefs would have no answer. They would not know what to do with that kind of work. All they're going to think about is double teaming. And if you do double team Crosby, Garrett, or Hutch, you're in trouble. You're really, really in trouble, because all you're going to think about is DJ Reader, Levi Onwuzurike, Mekhi Wingo, hell, even Broderick Martin. You would think of Ali McNeil, those guys getting one-on-one opportunities to crash and get to the quarterback. That's what you're going to be thinking of. So if that happens, Mahomes is screwed. What can he do? I mean, you really got to think about this. Playing against the Lions is one thing that you don't ever want to underestimate. You don't ever want to underestimate the Detroit Lions. You don't ever want to underestimate this team in the biggest game of the year. This team is becoming America's team. America's true team. Okay? That's what this team is becoming. It's not just some NFC North team. It's America's team. You know, this is that. This is that for sure. You know, so when you look at the Lions, look at them as a top 5 NFC team. You're number 1 in the North. You're number 1 in the conference. The NFC conference, that is. You're number 1 there. You're earning respect from Deebo Samuel, from George Kittle, from Brock Purdy, to any other team there is. And when you look at the NFC, you look at the 49ers, and yeah, they are the top-notch kings of the NFC, and they do have the torch. But in order to get to the biggest dance, you got to beat teams like the 49ers. Because they had the upper hand. They had the upper hand and advantage with experience and being in the Super Bowl and making it to the NFC Championship games. They know what it's like to get there. They know what it's like to play against Mahomes, although they lost twice against him. But the Lions are a different story. Totally opposite of the 49ers. A different story where you have a team full of hungry players who want to win it off of the city, who want to win it off of the fans, and want to bring one home back to Detroit. I mean, look, the parade on Woodward would be fire. It would be absolute fire. And this team is on fire. So please, please don't overlook or don't underestimate the Detroit Lions. Colin Cowherd even said it. The inevitable could happen. It could very much happen. Because trust me, the Lions are the last team that the Chiefs would want to run into, okay? And yeah, even though I'm, stuttering a little, but you understand my point. This team is the last team that the Chiefs of the AFC would like to run into. They don't want to run into Detroit. They run into Detroit, they're screwed. Oh, don't believe me? Look at last year's week 1. I even told Chiefs fans, I said, look, the Detroit Lions will walk into Arrowhead and win week 1. What they do? They win week 1. And then I got a bunch of Chiefs fans getting mad at me. Oh, fuck you. You suck. Blah, blah, blah. Blase, blase, blah. Getting mad at me because I tried to tell them. I tried to warn them. I tried to let them know beforehand, before the game even started, before the season even popped off last year, that this is a team that's going to be a threat to the Kansas City Chiefs. They ain't want to listen to that. They ain't want to hear that. Hell, Rasheed Wallace, shout out to Sheed, former Detroit Piston. He's a Chiefs fan. And he knows, like I know, the real threat out the NFC is the Detroit Lions. It is. And it will be the biggest threat out the NFC. So, I mean, with them being 5-1 and the Chiefs being 6-0, it's a very possible matchup that could happen in the biggest dance of them all. Super Bowl 59, New Orleans. On NFL Fox, Tom Brady's calling the game. I mean, what better storyline? What better storyline than to see the Motor City Cats, the Motor City Big Cats, Detroit Lions, go head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in the biggest game of them all, with all the stars watching. You know? What better way? What better storyline than that? You know? Because we know Patrick Mahomes can, go crazy on the 49ers and the Eagles in the big dance. We know that. Oh, we know that for sure. Because yesterday, he put in work. He put in work. Even though he had a sloppy game, he still put in work and got the dub for his team, the Chiefs. And they beat the 49ers, who fell to what? 3-4 on the season. But we can't sit here and say that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs can beat the Lions, because that's never happening in the biggest dance of them all. With the title on the line, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. It's not happening the way you all would think. You see, because Aqib Talib was on Up and Adams, said the same thing. Oh, Chiefs is going to beat the Lions, but the Lions will get to the Super Bowl. No. We ain't came that far to lose that shit. We came this far to go and get it. That's what's going to be on the mindset of these players. These boys, I'm telling you, this ball club is going to have that mindset. Because like I said, and I'm going to keep on saying it, if it happens, when it does happen, when it happens, I guarantee you, Travis Kelce and the Chiefs will underestimate the Lions in the biggest game, because they feel that, hey, we're the champs. We've been here before. We've been in the big dance. We know what it's like to play on a big stage when the lights are bright and the action is real. They know what it's like. That's what they're going to use against the Lions. Hey, we have experience being here. We have rings. Cool. True. Okay? It's true. But the Lions are a young, hungry team. And in order to get to the big dance, matter of fact, when you in the big dance and you're playing against the champions, you got to beat the champions. In order to become a champion, you have to beat the champions in the biggest game, of all sports, okay? Because you want to prove yourself to the world. Matter of fact, not just to the world, but prove to yourself that you could beat a team like this and the world. That you can do this, that you were meant for this, that you were really ready for this. You were 30 minutes away from the Super Bowl. This year, that changes. Ain't no 30 minutes away from the Super Bowl. You're going to be in the Super Bowl. And I meant that. I really meant that. I'm not just going to sit here and fraternize and talk a bunch of bullshit, because this is from me. This is from my heart. This is from my mind. I'm going to speak what's on my mind. I'm going to let you know that I'm not afraid of the champions. I'm not afraid of Patrick Mahomes. I'm not afraid of Kareem Hunt. I'm not afraid of Travis Kelce. I'm not afraid of Isaiah Pacheco. I'm not afraid of those guys. They are stellar talents, but I'm not afraid of them in the biggest dance. And to you Kansas City Chiefs fans that's going to watch this video, dynasties must come to an end. Remember when I say this, dynasties must come to an end. And I would love to see you in the biggest game of them all. I would love to defeat you. I would love to see a 2-0 Jared Goff beat Patrick Mahomes in New Orleans. I would love it. I would love it so wholeheartedly. I would love it. And I want this to happen. I need this to happen. This championship belongs to Detroit. This championship should be here in Detroit. It's long overdue. It's only right. And you're standing in our way. So I can't wait to knock you down like some bowling pins in the biggest game of them all. I can't wait to do it. But in the meantime, between time, we got to focus on these next upcoming games upon our season and schedule. We got the Titans, week 8. I just wanted to get this out there and let it be known that the boys that we have ain't scared. We never scared. All right? And like the wise words of the great Isaiah Thomas, who was a 2-time NBA champ, he said it like this: trust the game, and the game will trust you. Oh, no. Let me back that up for you. I don't think you heard me. Because let me rewind and say it the way he really said it. He says, stay true to the game, and the game will stay true to you. And the game has been true to us. And we've been true to the game. You see? So you better open your eyes. We ain't hard to find. Chicken Nugget King, 313. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, and even comment. 253 subscribers. Got love for my subscribers. So I'm in it to win it. Best believe. One pride.